Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Firefly. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 11 of Firefly. I absolutely loved the last episode. And loved is like a strong word because I didn't love the torture, but I do love that entire scene about how they can make me laugh while they're torturing people, but then, you're also seeing all this character building that's happening with Mal and Wash, but like Mel trying to keep Wash conscious and keep his emotions high so like he wouldn't just like quit and die, or just like you could see Wash just kind of melting away a little bit and Mal just being so strong in that moment. And if Shun Yu is to show you who somebody really is, we really got to see the real Mal, and it's exactly who we thought he was. He's tough as nails, tough as nails. He might actually be a little darker than I think we definitely think. Like the fact that he was outright just going to kill Jane, and until Jane like showed that he had a little bit of regret for what he did. But like definitely when it came to being tortured, like he's tough as nails. He died, and they brought him back to life. And then he was still able to get up and kick some ass. Now, Niska did get away, and I'm peeved about that, but I think that was probably because they anticipated the show going for a lot longer than the life that it was given. But I would have really liked a satisfying end to Niska. Maybe Niska, good tumbling, Darth Maul style, down the cylinder would have been... That would have been perfect. But Wash, I mean, like... I don't know where kind of the love triangle thing came from, but what I could imagine is that when you are in such close proximity to people and you are each other's company, you tell each other things about your lives, or in this case, war stories. And those war stories were always Zoe and Mal, Zoe and Mal, Zoe and Mal together. Like they were always... either kicking ass, or they were fighting this person or fighting these people or this group, or there's this story or that story. And like, there's so much that they've done together that I could see Wash finally just kind of like reaching his limit. And it's just like, I am so sick and tired of hearing about you and the captain together all the time. And I don't know if that's really the case, because I think he's very proud of his wife. And proud of like her survival and how strong she is, and how steadfast she's become, probably from facing what she has. But I think he can't really fathom the idea of, a hot-blooded man not wanting his wife. I get it. She's stunning. She's so strong and capable and amazing. And she's everything, right? Like there's no man that watched the show that was just like, I'd pass on Zoe. There's not one man that would say that. And we all know it. And he can't fathom the idea that they spent all that time together, whether they were doing wars, traveling through space, going planet to planet, whatever it may be, that there wasn't something between them. And it makes me laugh because we see Mal with Inara and how kind of weird he gets. And he insults her. Like he kind of turns into a boy a little bit. Like when the counselor is going to come on board, he's like, well, no man comes on this ship that I don't get to meet. It was almost like an intimidation factor or something on Mal's part. And, we see him do that repeatedly with Inara. And so we know what it looks like when he's got feelings for somebody. And we know what it looks like when Zoe has feelings for somebody. Like when she's like, I need to have some alone time with my husband. And like when they are together by the fire and they're holding each other, like you can see that she's very much in love with him. And you never see Zoe and Mal interact that way. So 100% it's Wash's insecurities. But it was a great time for it to come up because, I don't know how else Mal really would have been able to trigger emotional responses in Wash while he's being tortured to kind of keep him with it. Now, also weird timing would be the both Book and Niska talking about Shin Yu. I'm concerned that they both know about Shin Yu, but how? I think Niska is kind of sick and psychotic, and he loves that stuff to where, like, with Book, he's just an educated man, but, like, he might have had situations where either he was tested or he had to test people just to see their limits. Very interesting. And then his knowledge on guns and how he was, like, shooting from the hip and was just like, uh, it was awesome. It was fantastic to see. So I know I don't think we get a ton about Book in the rest of the series, like, because they just like plant little things throughout. But I got my book about Book that I can't wait to read. But then also River, because her and Kaylee were finally kind of getting like this bond, like sisterly bond. They're playing with each other. They're having like a good time on the ship. And it was so great to see between the two of them. And then when River saves Kaylee in that moment, now I don't know what Kaylee was thinking. She was either embarrassed about how she was unable to, do the thing that she needed to do, which was to shoot and kill people. I don't blame her. Like, I don't know if I could do it. And then River all of a sudden, doing this thing that like just seemed completely out of left field, but then was like very nonchalant about it and says, no one in the verse can stop me. And it must have freaked Kaylee out, like 100%. Like, that's weird behavior. That's unusual. That's scary. So I don't know if Kaylee is like afraid of River, if she is like weirded out by her, if she's mad at her. I'm not sure. Hopefully we get more of that in this episode. I would like to know more about River immediately because it was really cool, but I have questions. How was she like that before, or is that after the academy? Like, was she like a sharpshooter but not being able to see beforehand because she's a genius, but like, is that something that they programmed into her there or tested her, or like what she was trained in? I have questions, but like, they could just like show her doing it again. I maybe don't answer my questions, just like show her being a badass. That'd be cool. So I'm very curious as to where this next story is going to take us, and if it's going to be dealing with the aftermath of Niska and the torture. If everything is good between Zoe and Wash, I presume so. But where do we go from here? And people had commented on some of my Expanse videos, and they would put it in quotes, and it just said, "I'll be in my bunk." And like, I'm just like, I don't know what that means. And as soon as Jane said it, I was like, y'all are funny and I appreciate you. And very quickly, you can see I have a Serenity. Thank you, Chris. One of my Patreon members sent that to me. I definitely appreciate it. There's also a little string that I can hang it up on my Christmas tree, which I 100% plan on doing next to my Millennium Falcon and my Enterprise. Because I don't know if they make a Rocinante ornament. I could probably look that up. And then also I want to thank Jake. Perfect timing. I didn't know when I watched War Stories that I could probably have shown this, but I just want to show you guys that he got me a wash with dinosaurs. And I didn't know his first name was Hoban Washburn. Washburn's a great first name. Yeah, I did not realize that was his entire name. But he's cool because I love his shirt. But like, look at his face. That looks like him. It's insane. So thank you, Jake, for this. Thank you, Chris, for Serenity. And thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the episode. That was a great segue. Oh, and everyone keeps telling me about the Blue Sun Corporation logos, and that's why River kind of loses her noodle. Excuse me? Just letting it breathe?
Yeah. That went well.
Okay, yep. I was like, that must have happened after something.
Malcolm Reynolds,
Come here.
Hey, Monty.
Ah.
How you doing? Oh. No, okay, wait. Something's different. Something is.
Yep.
Something is. The beard. Oh, you shaved off your soup catcher.
Yep.
This is
Well,
soup
I thought you
catcher.
were gonna wear that ugly chin wig to the grave.
What the hell am I thinking? I gotta introduce you to the missus.
Monty, you have fallen from our noble bachelor ranks.
I wasn't looking to, but
No.
she just sort of swept me off my feet. Bridget!
No.
Now, I want you to meet my Bridget.
Oh boy. Yep.
So, you guys have met.
A little bit. Yeah, if they didn't play the previously on leading into the episode, that I would have been totally surprised by that. But generally when they do that, they're sprinkling things to come. Well, I'm glad we got her back, though. Christina Hendricks is a fantastic actress.
Married her, didn't I?
You ain't the only one.
Love it. I love it.
Ow.
He's not even trying to, like, stop it. There you go.
What the hell is going on here? What do you mean she ain't my wife?
She ain't your wife because she's married to me.
Don't listen to him. You're a liar, Malcolm Reynolds.
And I ain't never got to telling you his name.
Yep.
Hell.
Damn you, Bridget! Damn you to Hades! I shaved off my beard for you, devil woman!
Couldn't happen to a better person. I can't believe he just left her there.
Just freshening up.
Mm-hmm.
You and lipstick are a dangerous combination, if I recall. Turn around.
Mm-hmm. Smart now.
I just don't want you pulling a pistol out of anywhere.
You never know.
You missed a spot.
Can't miss a place you've never been. Oh, you are a tweaked one, you are.
Yeah, a little
Face it,
bit.
hubby. I'm really hot.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
Seriously, Mal, you gotta give me a ride.
No, no, no.
Woman, you are completely off your nut.
I won't make trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You can stick me in one of those crates if you like. Just don't leave me here.
Totally thought he shot her.
This was all your fault, you know. I had the perfect crime lined up. I've got the layout, entrance codes. Believe me, this practically robs itself. I'm handing you a fortune on a gold platter, sweetheart.
Just
and you
shoot
want
her.
the Details?
Yes. Thank you, Mal. It's a great shot. Serenity in the moonlight. I like it.
Anar was asking for you, wanted so later with the talking then.
I feel like Saffron's still just gonna show up. She's in one of the crates or something. Or they go back because Mal's like, hey, I do need money.
You're using wiles on me.
I'm using what?
Your feminine wiles.
Invites
Your
and
companion
tea?
training, or some might say uncanny ability to make commands sweaty and or compliant, of which I've had just about enough of today.
Oh, he's traumatized.
Are you saying I'm doing this deliberate on account of you? Is there some reason I want you off the job?
Is there?
How about I stay out of your whoring
Well, that didn't
and
take
you
long.
keep out of my thieving? I know my job very well, thank you very much.
What was the last cargo we snuck past the Alliance to transport?
They were dolls.
They were little geisha dolls with big heads that wobbled.
People love those.
And what exactly was our net profit on the famous wobbly-headed doll caper?
So you're in the gang now?
Well, since I can't seem to find work as companion, I might as well become a petty thief like you.
Oh. He called her a whore.
I didn't mean petty.
What did you mean?
Swashi?
It's Chinese for petty.
Oh, really?
All right?
He kept her?
Tell me more about this job of yours.
I thought she'd sneak in or she snuck into a box. I didn't think he kept her. I guess it's better to know where she is than her just surprising you again.
But his prize piece is sitting in his parlor. The Lassiter. The original handheld laser pistol.
I'm confused.
You're
Me
asking
too.
yourself, if I've got the security codes, why don't I go in and grab it for myself?
No, actually, I was wondering. What's she doing on the ship? Did she try to kill us?
Nobody died last time.
We're in space. How did she get here?
She hitched.
I don't recall pulling over.
I got a question.
Oh, let's hear it.
If she's got security codes, why don't she just walk in and grab it herself?
Good point.
Yeah,
I'll be with her on the inside the whole time.
See there?
great.
All you gotta do to be a rich woman, hun, is get over it.
Okay.
Thank you, Zoe. Oh.
She's a liar, and no good will come of her.
Well, as a
Probably
rule,
not.
I say, girl folk ain't to be trusted.
Jane is a girl's name.
Well, Jane ain't a girl. She starts in on that girl's name thing. I show her good and all. I got man parts.
I'm
Easy.
trying to think of a way for you to be cruder. It's not coming.
Yeah, I can't. Easy there.
Afraid.
We'll be okay.
Shouldn't say she was afraid.
Jane,
Oh.
Afraid.
since Ariel. Afraid we'll know.
Yeah. I was wondering.
Gracious living, ocean views, and state-of-the-art security.
Whoa. Super cool. Yeah, all the nice planets are the wealthy ones.
So what do we do? You want to tell him?
It was your genius idea.
You chuck it in the garbage.
Hence the episode name Trash.
You hit one little button and the drone whooshes off with the trash.
Ah. So then you steal the trash can.
You get to the loot and we'll get to the bin.
Yeah, I mean, I think Saffron's 100% telling the truth when it comes to the plan. But she's gonna try to take it from them. So, like, they get nothing. They will not be wealthy. Kaylee with her hat and goggles. Payphone? Oh. That garden was really pretty. Is this the famous gun? Oh! 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 At least he's hooked in, right? He was hooked in? Oh. What in the Mission Impossible?
Someone's coming.
You!
You found her. You brought back my wife.
She's always somebody's wife. For the love of God, woman.
My own sweet Yolanda.
Yolanda?
This boy weighs a solid ton.
Doctor, you got yourself a patient to see to.
Yes. I'll take care of it.
Oh, boy.
You've returned to me the only thing I truly treasure.
Well, then this is a day I'll feel good to be me.
Do I owe you any?
No,
Yeah, all the money.
Trip weren't even out of our way.
I promised him 800 square.
I would just take a huge reward and leave her there.
They said on me at Parth. These awful men.
That wasn't me. I didn't know those men.
They sold me to slavers.
Also unknown to me.
When you left, I thought. Well, you disappeared the same day as Heinrich. But after they found his body,
They killed Heinrich?
No.
Guess he wasn't useful anymore.
I never stopped looking.
I knew
To
you
her.
wouldn't. That's the thought that kept me alive.
God. Oh, she's so manipulative.
We gotta move fast.
Yeah, he might come back and hug us in the act. But let's take a breath here, Yolanda. We're sneaking into a place you could walk into as welcome with glad news. What's the math on that?
Mm-hmm.
Unlike all the other, I'm gonna go with hundreds of men you've married. You actually want this one to think well of you
Watch out
when
now.
you've gone. Could it be I've actually met your real husband?
Congratulations.
Shoot her with that gun.
Haley.
Oh boy.
Haley.
Yeah, get it in there, get it in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, got it. Oh.
Oof.
Let's not get all worked up here.
Are you really so naive?
No one's killing any folk today on account of we got a very tight schedule. Yo, Bridge.
Yo, Bridge.
Did you think I was a princess? That I would stay locked up here in the tower? With you?
I hoped.
You're a rutting fool.
She's good, I guess. I don't even know what to think about Yo whatever he called her. Yo Bridge.
Oh, we are not together.
He's my husband.
Oh,
well,
God.
Who in the damn galaxy ain't?
If you had half a brain, you'd have called the feds the minute you saw me.
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah. Good.
I love you, Yolanda. But I couldn't think for a second that you actually came here for me.
Yep.
Tell them it was a mistake.
You need help, Yolanda.
Yes. Yes, she
I'll
does.
do anything you want me to.
I bet,
You
sweetheart.
know how I can make you feel.
Blech.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing. Who's the dupe on the floor?
I hate to bring up our imminent arrest during your crazy time, but we gotta go.
I know, can you throw yourself down in a trash chute? I feel like that'd be a great way to escape with the gun. Laughing at that choreography.
Show some identification.
Alright, they're kind of a good team. I don't like it.
Nope. Let's go. I gotta figure that's a job you told yourself you'd never take. Till times got hard enough, then the one line you hadn't crossed.
My name's not Yolanda.
Yeah, probably not.
Never entered my mind it was.
I actually tried. I thought, this is a decent man.
A working man. Struggling to get by with the barest necessities on his private floating island.
Yeah, he had money.
Heinrich, the security programmer.
You know, I'd forgotten his name.
Addressing
Even though
the
you killed him?
itch of curiousness. You marry him too?
Fair question.
You must be loving this.
A little bit. I seen you without your clothes on before. Never thought I'd see you naked.
Can people ever change?
The pain of this fades away. You'll just go back to being what you are.
What is that?
A brilliant, beautiful, evil, double-crossing snake.
Yeah, she's gonna take
Cheer
your
up,
gun.
Weepy. You made yourself a boatload of hard cash today.
You won't tell anyone about me breaking down.
I won't.
No one would care anyway.
Then I won't tell anyone how easily I got your gun out of your holster.
Yeah, I saw it coming.
You just may be the most gullible fool I ever marked.
I doubt that.
And that makes you special. We'll be setting down in the desert. Leave you to set a spell. Oh, and speaking of naked,
No, now, that's just low.
kind of evens things out though, don't you think?
I really don't see the benefit to this. I mean, however I may slip, you're not gonna catch my crew with their trousers down.
Uh-oh. Was that a foreshadow?
That don't make no sense. Unless...
Unless it was sabotaged.
We ain't gonna make the rendezvous. We have to land. Now.
Yep. Because you're Saf Bridge. Ooh! Tushy!
Dirty, dirty whore! Yeah, you better run!
It's not here! Looking for this? I wonder if it works. Oh well. Still worth a fortune. Anyway, this works fine.
What are you doing here?
Oh,
Avenging.
this is my part of the job. I put on the big act, storm away in a huff. Then I fly off, wait for you to double-cross Mal, beat you to the rendezvous spot, and grab the boot before you can get to it. What? You didn't see it coming?
I love it. I love it so much.
You're not gonna die, you big baby.
You can't do this. I have a condition.
Oh, but what's great is that Inara gets to go pick up Mel. Stark naked. Oh, Simon. What are you gonna do?
Did we get the money?
The important things in life.
Can you move your arms and legs?
Huh? They're not moving.
Oh,
I don't
Simon.
know why. Your spine. You hit it pretty hard when you fell.
Oh,
Oh, really?
fine.
So I gave you something to knock out your motor function so you wouldn't wrench it when you came to.
Okay. Whew.
Should wear off in a half an hour. How much did they offer you to sell out me and River on Ariel?
That's crazy talk.
You gotta
That's
face
so
the
crazy.
music, Jane.
Odds are you'll be under my knife, often. So I want you to understand one thing very clearly. No matter what you do, or say, or plot, I will never, ever harm you. You're on this table, you're safe. So I'm your medic. We're on the same crew. Got the same troubles, same enemies, and more than enough of both. I don't care what you've done. I don't know what you're planning
What
on
is
doing,
that?
but I'm trusting you. I think you should do the same. Because I don't see this working any other way.
Proud of Simon. I thought he was gonna get really dark there.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
I can kill you with my brain.
I believe her. Sit. Stay. Good Jane. Oh, Inara, are you gonna come pick up Mal?
Yeah. That went well.
You call this going well?
We got the loot, didn't we?
Yes,
Then I
but
call it a win. All according to plan. Wash, take us out of the world. Zoe, contact Brennert and Ellison. See if they'd be interested in fencing a priceless artifact for us.
Everyone's just trying to keep their eyes up. I don't think Kaylee needed to see that.
Good work, Captain.
Thank you, Kaylee.
He's feeling good.
Good day.
Yeah. Okay, so curse previously ons, because they always tend to ruin the subject matter that you're going to see in the episode. I don't think it ruined it necessarily, but like I was like, why are they bringing up Saffron again? So, okay, it wasn't a huge surprise, but I didn't expect to do a heist / caper petty thieving with her. I mean, I'm never gonna say no to Christina Hendricks. But between Yolanda, Saffron, and Bridget, whoever she really is, she's trash. I absolutely love that. Anara was right. Everyone had their part to play, and they played her from the beginning. And I'm glad they didn't show that like they were in on it or like in on her. Um, but I do love just the way everything unfolded. It was just beautiful, and I'm really happy that Simon and River know about Jane. Yeah, he was going to have to face that music eventually, and I think if you were going to base anybody. It's good that it's Simon because again, he took his vow of do no harm, being a doctor. I assume in this time that they're still doing that. I think it's really important for doctors to want to save lives. But I'm glad he didn't go against character. I think when you're protecting a family member as he's trying to protect River, it would be really easy to go dark and be threatening. But instead, he is just kind of like, I'm just going to keep treating you and I'm going to do everything that I'm supposed to do as a medic. And you need to trust me and I need to be able to trust you. And I love that Jane is like paralyzed with the sedative or the muscle relaxer or whatever it is. And that he can't really react. He can't go anywhere. He can't do anything. And then River's just like, by the way, I can kill you with my brain. I don't know how, but yes. Probably. And it seemed like this episode really revolved around like trust. I don't think for a minute they trusted Yosafbridge, but I think that they trusted each other enough to be able to see through her bullshit. And then of course you have Simon, Jane, and River. I love that they brought her back. One, because she's unique, but like the fact that she's married to the entire universe, it's just it's just like Mal's like, who haven't you married? And it always seems to just to be able to benefit her. I don't know if she really didn't kill Heinrich. I feel like again, Mal saying like, oh, I bet you put him in a position that he would die easily. I agree with that. I do believe, here's the thing is like, I do believe some of the stuff that she says is her truth, but she very much uses it to manipulate and she's good at it. She's super good at it. And I'm so glad Anara got one over on her and like that whole moment where she's just holding the gun and like, it's just such a powerful moment for Anara. And it's like such a stark contrast to like you have Yosafbridge in the trash covered with just garbage and food and she's all dirty. And then you have beautiful Anara like in her entire outfit and she's holding a gun. And like, it's just, I love that. I love that. It spoke to me that moment. Like, I don't find Inara a big presence, but in that moment, huge presence. And the moments that she had with Mal, because like I hate so much when he talks about her whoring. And like he had just had that moment with Saffron, so then, of course he is in not a trusting state and just sees like the tea as a manipulation and being invited into her quarters as a manipulation. And like he was already in a weird headspace as it was. And, she very much like realizes that they keep going places in which she can't make any money. She can't conduct her business. Do I think Mel's doing it on purpose? I don't think he chooses places that the Alliance will be, that will get Alliance attention. And most of the time, those places are kind of high profile or where the richer people live. So yeah, he could be just avoiding it because of the Alliance and because then he doesn't have to think about somebody in Anara's quarters. Maybe. I really like when we get these caper episodes and we get to kind of see them make a plan and building the whole plan to go rob somebody rich. It's always like fun to watch them work together as a team. I really thoroughly enjoyed those episodes. And especially with the last one where like they all went storming in to, like fight Niska. They were all in on this too. Well, besides Simon and River. And I didn't even think about the fact that if Saffron knew anything about Simon and River and the feds wanting them and there being a reward, she would definitely turn them in. 100%. And somebody sent me a deleted scene from Our Miss Reynolds where River is calling Saffron a liar, and they're having a whole moment, and Mal is just being like a complete jerk to Saffron. Like the whole scene, like I'm glad it wasn't in the episode, but after I watched it, I was just like, yeah, that didn't belong in there. And then seeing this episode, I like am very happy that it wasn't in there, because if Saffron and River had already had a confrontation or had already been in each other's presence, then Saffron could definitely have already been thinking, I know who that is, and I'm going to get paid. It's just interesting how when they cut certain things, how it makes everything else make more sense. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon, as well as up to 1 episode early. You can watch it on Patreon before you see it on YouTube. And also, if you join the Patreon, the tier that you can watch full-length episodes for the television shows, I will also, for just this series, also have Serenity under that tier. So you won't have to pay anything extra, because there is a different tier for full-length movies. So if you're interested in watching the full-length version of Serenity, that will also be available on the Patreon once I get to that point. Not there yet. But let's see, 12, 13, 14. So I got 3 more episodes before Serenity. That's sad. I'm super sad. All of a sudden, I just got very depressed. I just felt like just darkness. I love this show. I love these characters. I love this world. I'm very upset that we didn't get more, but I'm savoring the flavor as long as I possibly can. But in the meantime, guys, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What do you think of Yosef Bridge? I feel like if they'd continued the series, that she might have appeared a couple different times in different scenarios, maybe, just like how Niska could also have appeared a couple different times. We haven't seen anything from the Reavers, which I will say that like they are terrifying, and they're the group that I am anxiously awaiting another episode or another mention. And if it's not in another episode, 100% they have to be in Serenity. Because I like the villains that they have on here, or the people that we face, they're just too good. I love them. I love it. It's a good time. Even Space. Sometimes Space is the villain, like out of gas. Like you could die because you ran out of air. You know, it's just such a great show. I am so happy that I started watching this, and that I am in this world, and that I am one of you. This such a treat every week when I get to watch Firefly. But guys, we got 3 more episodes. We got the movie, and then big sad. But Battlestar Galactica will be starting after, so stay tuned for that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go play with my wash doll, because you play with things in private times. Sorry, Dad. Okay, guys, I'll see ya.